Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an all-new reaction and review. Tonight, guys, I'm taking a look at a Christian drama from 2009. That movie is See Me Dance. Now, I know a lot of you are looking at that title and you're looking at the fact that instead of just writing C, they opted to use the letter C, I guess, in some pathetic attempt to be edgy and cool. And normally I go into that, but I have a bigger problem with this movie. I haven't even started watching the stupid thing, and I have a problem with it. Allow me to explain. When I popped the disc for this stupid thing into my laptop, I was greeted with 5 minutes of unskippable ads and trailers for other crap from the same studio that shat forth this thing. And after watching that torturous 5 minutes of garbage, the movie wouldn't play. So I had to pop the disc out, I had to throw it into my Blu-ray player, had to sit through the same 5 minutes of inane bullshit a second time, and now the movie plays. Yippee! However, now I am in no mood to watch some preachy bitch beat fucking Satan with the power of ballet and God. But yet that is what I'm stuck with. And I can already feel that this thing is going to be a preachy, unnecessary shit movie. But I want to know how bad this thing truly gets. I want to know exactly how deep into the septic tank this stupid thing is going to dive. And the only way I'm going to find out is if I shut up and I push play, and I'm going to do that right now. So, without further ado, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out See Me Dance. Oh boy, guys, and we are off to a rip-roaring start as we have a high-speed chase between a semi-rig and a compact car. And when I say high-speed, I mean it looks like both vehicles are maybe moving at about 10 miles an hour. Oh boy, I am just at the edge of my seat here. God, oh man, I guys can truly feel this thing is going to be torturous. Oh my god, the acting in this thing is terrible. Okay, guys, I genuinely kind of felt I was in for a bad movie in terms of writing. I at least thought that the acting was going to be serviceable. And I am not even getting, that. Instead, I'm getting a bunch of people who apparently have never acted in front of a camera in their life, and they're giving the most wooden performances I have ever seen. My god, this, guys, is really just getting worse with every passing second. I can't wait for it to fucking end. Okay, so apparently contracting leukemia gives you the superpower to automatically convert people to Christianity just by touching them. That is a twist that couldn't be any stupider if it fucking tried. And I'd really like to hear some kind of a genuine explanation as to why she has this power, and it had better not be just because fucking God wills it. No, I want a real reason. Why was she able to convert her best friend just by touching her hand? That was fucking stupid. Give me a reason for it. I want a real, decent explanation, please. Holy fuck, she really does have the superpower of converting people to Christianity just by touching them. Oh my god, I really thought, guys, that it was just gonna be a fucking isolated thing, but she just did it two more fucking times. One of them was to a guy who, for no reason at all, just suddenly started to strangle her. I don't fucking understand it. This movie is stupid as shit. And there's almost another hour left to this fucking thing, guys. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Your license plate. See me dance.
Are you fucking serious? That was how they were gonna ham-fistedly work in the fucking title of this movie? Is that See Me Dance is the license plate on her goddamn car? God, guys, I have seen movies force in their titles in terrible ways. That one is by far the fucking stupidest. Okay? And apparently her powers have gotten stronger. She now no longer has to convert people by touch. She's able to even strengthen people's faith by just staring at them with her big creepy bug eyes. What? Where the fuck did this power come, from? And I swear to God, the answer cannot be because God, because that is the Christian equivalent of fuck you, that's why. I want a real reason. How the hell is cancer giving her all of these magical special powers? I'm really curious, guys, and I don't think I'm gonna get a fucking answer. Guys, it's kind of sad. The only actor in this thing who's giving even a halfway decent performance is the guy who plays Satan. How fucking messed up is that a Christian movie can only get one decent actor and they think, do you know who you should be playing? You should be playing the devil. No. You do not take your one good actor and make them play somebody you want to get behind. No. You make him play Satan himself. That's just tops, guys. Well, guys, that was See Me Dance. Let me shut that piece of shit off. Okay, let's talk about the movie. Let's start with the writing. I'm going to try to avoid talking about the about the Christian message of this film for too long, because really, guys, I am not a very religious person in the first place, and this movie has sickened me on many different levels as to how it believes that faith should be, projected. So I am going to talk about it, but I want to focus more on the story, because this story is terrible. Okay, so we have our main character, Cherie, who wants to be a dancer. She suddenly gets leukemia. Now, you wouldn't know that from watching the movie, so they have to constantly remind you that she has leukemia, because apparently it would cost too much for them to actually throw on some makeup and actually make it look as if this cancer is ravaging her body in some way. And she obviously is not getting any chemo or any kind of treatment for it, because she never loses her hair. No, guys. She always looks perfect and prim and proper. And that is because she is written as the biggest Mary Sue in the history of fiction. She's perfect in every conceivable way. She is awesome at school, and she is a fantastic dancer. And then her one big flaw comes, she has cancer. But that one flaw also leads to her having a superpower, which allows her to convert people into Christianity. Actually, no, she is not converting people into Christianity. She's brainwashing people into believing Christianity, oftentimes by touch, but in two cases, just by staring at them with her large creepy bug eyes. She's able to just stare people down into believing in God. And that is the entire plot to this movie. And apparently, the devil wants all of this to end because, of course, if more people are brainwashed into Christianity, then there's going to be less people to go to hell and join him. Now, you could actually see this as Satan trying to do the right thing, because these people are not being willfully converted into Christianity. They're being forced into it by a fucking person whose power forces them into it by touching them. Or once more, in two instances, for no reason at all, she's able to just stare them into becoming good and proper Christians. So perhaps maybe, just maybe, Satan was trying to stop this because even he thought that it was fucking disgusting. And guys, the very fact that I'm able to look at this and go, perhaps just maybe all of this is because even Satan is nauseated at this very concept, does not bode well for the movie. But anyway, that guys is the entire plot. Oh yes, she is perfect and she's awesome, and oh no, she has cancer. But wait, the cancer has given her superpowers, so she's still awesome and perfect, and the cancer never ravages her fucking body, and then, big spoiler here, guys, at the very end, the cancer kills her, and this is supposed to be seen as a major twist, because apparently, even though they tell her early on in the film that she has late-stage leukemia, they still expect her to fucking survive because she brainwashed so many people into believing in God. No, she dies. Because that is what late-stage terminal leukemia will do to people. It will kill them. However, it normally also ravages their fucking body and does awful things to them. But of course, none of that ever happened to her because she's the most perfect human being to ever walk on the fucking planet. Guys, I swear. Now, mind you, where she is perfect in every conceivable way, the people who she touches or she stares into believing in God, all of them are seen as awful, terrible human beings. One of them, I am still trying to figure out this. All of a sudden, at one point, this guy he just starts to hit on her. Randomly and out of nowhere, he just starts to hit on her. Oh, hey, baby, what's up? Then suddenly the guy's girlfriend shows up. He gets, like right up in her face and goes, look here, you stay, away. And it's like, okay, that came out of nowhere. And then, like, a scene later, the two of them are in a car, and Sharia's walking by, and the guy's like, oh, hey, baby, hop in. She's like, no. He's like, oh, come on, baby. I said no. This leads to a chase scene. Because apparently he is all pissed, and he wants her that badly. So it then leads into a foot chase, where he starts strangling her, but that doesn't wash him yet. No. He has to be forced off her, and then she touches him, and then it's all good. So apparently the power only works when she touches you, not when you touch her. Which sounds fucking stupid. But then again, everything in this goddamn movie sounded stupid. And mind you guys, that right there is the only character we have who has any level of depth. And the saddest thing is that the closest thing we have to depth is he suddenly wants to hit on her because she apparently is the most perfect human being to ever walk the face of the earth. Once more, proving that she is the biggest Mary Sue in the history of fucking fiction. Oh yes, and of course we also then have the fucking devil who is apparently sickened by her going and brainwashing people into believing in God and wants to try to stop it. Guys, the writing here is awful. The characters are all flat and lifeless, including our main character, because the only thing she has is that, oh, she's perfect and she has cancer and she can brainwash people. That's it for her character depth, and it's really sad. So we have to follow every single one of these shallow, piss-weak, bullshit characters for 90 minutes. 90 minutes! And you would think, guys, that something like this would maybe be saved if the acting was halfway decent. But it's not. The acting is terrible. Guys, I am really happy that amongst the dialogue, our characters constantly announcing how they feel, because you wouldn't fucking know it listening to the acting, because the acting is all wooden and stilted and shit. Partially because the dialogue itself is stilted and wooden and shit, so nobody really had anything to work with. So the only way that we know a character is scared is because they have to come right out and go, I'm scared. The only reason why we know a character is angry is because they come out and say, I'm angry. They have to announce their feelings because the actors sure as shit don't know how to emote these feelings. So, I guess that's kind of a positive in terms of writing, is that even these horrible actors were able to make it kind of work. Anyway, guys, the acting here is awful. Camera work and lighting are probably the only positives I'm going to garner on this film. Because the camera work is okay, the lighting here is okay. I never once noticed like boom mics or anything, so at least there's that. So the film was competently shot and lit. I just wish that the writing and the acting and, oh dear heavenly shit, the special effects. There are like 3 instances of genuine special effects in, action. And all of them are just these swirls of light that travel. And they look kind of sort of weak. Mind you, they certainly look better than the fucking CG that was in the trailer for a friggin' animated feature that I was forced to sit through twice. I mentioned that at the start of this video. But still, it doesn't look that good. It looks rather cheap and it looks rather poor, and it seemed totally out of nowhere. The only other thing we have is one instance of makeup effects, and that has to do with the devil. And the first time that we see him, and we see him like up, close. I'm not really sure if they used red makeup or if they used just a red, like spot on him or something, but he looks kind of sort of red, and his hair is like curled up into tiny little horns, which you can barely notice. And when the devil wears contacts, because his eyes have to look all weird and evil. At least the contacts look pretty good. I would have liked it more if they would have stuck to a consistent eye color when it comes to the devil. Because let's see, because when we first see him, his eyes are red, and then later we see him and his eyes are white. In another scene, we see his eyes and they're brown. It's like, no, dude. Pick a color and stick with it, okay? And I know that these colored contacts cost quite a bit of money. So why in the hell would a movie that looks this cheap splurge on 3 different colored sets for the same character instead of just buying one set and sticking with it? I'm really kind of curious, about that. Guys, when all is said and done, am I able to recommend See Me Dance? No. Hell no. I cannot recommend this to anybody on any level. This thing, guys, is absolutely disgusting morally, and it is a terrible film in general. I could not possibly recommend this to Christians. I sure as hell am not going to recommend it to non-fucking Christians. I am not going to recommend this thing to atheists. And God help me, I'm never going to recommend it to anyone who's ever suffered through leukemia, because they would probably be ridiculously offended by how this movie treats it as if it's just nothing that's just going to randomly kill you. This movie is awful on every conceivable level. There is not a human being alive who should be able to enjoy this on any level. And any Christian who says that this thing has a positive message is a fucking disgusting person who is morally bankrupt. And I hope that every one of them know this, that they are horrible human beings for thinking that this thing has any sort of a positive message, because it's not talking about converting people to your faith. It's talking about brainwashing them by force into believing what you want them to believe in, which is fucking disgusting, and you should be ashamed. Now, this dreadful piece of shit came off the Amazon wish list. The person who sent it in was Kari, and if you guys want to check out Kari's Let's Plays, I will put a link to her YouTube channel in the video description. Kari, I guess thank you. I knew going in that this thing was going to be a god-awful piece of shit. I didn't know how bad, though. I genuinely thought it was just going to be a boring, preachy bore, and instead it has become one of the most morally disgusting things I have ever witnessed. Partially because of how it wants to treat essentially just brain fucking washing people as a good thing in order to get them to believe in your faith. Which, again, I am not a fan of that. That is just wrong on every conceivable goddamn level. Now, once more, guys, if you want to see what Kari has been up to, I will put a link to Kari's Let's Play channel in this video's description. Please head over there and check out everything, and if you like it, sub it. As for me, oh my god, I'm gonna go try to find a couple episodes of Father fucking Ted somewhere, because you know what, I actually have already been forced to sit through one horrible piece of fucking Christian bullshit. It is now time to go watch something that actually has to do with, God that's actually kind of good and genuinely funny. So anyway, guys, with that, we come to the close of another reaction and review. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.